What is up, everybody? Guess what we're doing today? Removal. This is a 2015 maybe? Here's this thing. Oh hell, I can't find it. The hell with it. I think it's a 2015 Chevy Tahoe that we did for our local fire department. And they got a new one, but I got to transition this one now instead of a chief vehicle into a fire police vehicle. But first I got to remove everything, and a lot of it is reflective. This stuff here. And we all know reflective vinyl is the worst to remove. Well, maybe second worst. Fluorescent's pretty bad too. Anyway. I want to get this stripped. I still got to lay out a design for it to see what they want to do as far as the new one. But I want to get this stripped because the paint is pretty bad, and if I have to schedule it to get cut and buffed before I can re-letter it, I want to know now so I can get that taken care of. The stuff that is on here that isn't reflective was a good, good wrap material. So it's got clean removability for up to 5 years, I think. This has been longer, but it's still coming off, as you can see, pretty well. This has real gold in it, but it's underneath the laminate. Here you can see. This is gold engine turn. So that kind of cracks sometimes when you take it off. Now, I'm not doing this with any heat yet, but it's looking like I'm gonna need it. Let's see if we can get the rest of this cross off here without heat, and then we could do some stuff with heat and see how it changes the process. I really need to get a microphone. If anybody has a microphone suggestion for GoPro, let me know. If anybody is watching this that knows. Well, heck, if anybody's watching this in general, I don't even know anymore. I'm gonna try some of these letters with heat though, and see how much better it is. So I'll just, if you're not comfortable with a torch, use a heat lamp or a heat gun. I use a torch all the time. I'm pretty comfortable with it. And that is a beautiful thing. A little more heat. The stuff up on the flatter part is really brittle. That's going to be a challenge. Come on. All right, now that was the printed stuff. The reflective stuff is a different story, so I'll heat this up also. And I found that pulling it not away from itself, but pulling it up and letting it almost at like a 30-degree angle seems to help quite a bit without leaving the adhesive. That makes sense. Did I say that right? Yeah, leaving the adhesive. So I'm going to take as much of the adhesive with the film as I can, and doing it at that angle seems to pull the adhesive off the panel. And try not to get it terribly hot, because then the adhesive separates from the film also. There's a little balance in there. I think I got it too hot. I did, but came off in one piece, which is nice. So let's try it with no heat and see what happens. Try to grab an edge. Oh, heat's gonna work better. Let's see how that is. You can see that. You start to pull the adhesive with it. So that's better. So it just left this little bit here, but all this right here came up with it. There's a certain amount of heat that works and a certain amount that's too much. I'll give you a quick walk around the stripes along the bottom and top there, then the logo. Then this is all reflective here. This is better down here. Up here it starts getting, it's a little bit flatter here. It starts to get really cracked. That's gonna be a nightmare getting off there. I might have to do that with the eraser. We'll replace these. I hate removing flags, but and then just some stripes here, text, and that's about it. And then I have to clean it pretty good and stand back and see how ghosted the paint is, because that stuff's been on there since this was brand new. So I'll maybe set up time lapse and barrel through this side here, and then we could start getting some chemicals on the adhesive, get that stripped, and feel like we accomplished something today. I also got to lay out the new layout. Gonna try a couple different stripes, mainly because the striping we put back on, we want to, if it is ghosted, the paint is ghosted, we want to try to cover the bright white that was under the decals. I am going to get finished on this side and maybe start removing the adhesive also, so we can get a game plan on what this is going to look like with nothing on it. So let's time lapse for a little bit. All right, all that's off there. It's pretty ghosted. Some adhesive to get off now. I hope I have enough of this. Yeah, it's full can. We use this here, made by them. I used to use 3M's citrus remover, but I have a hard time finding it anymore, so that stuff's readily available on Amazon, and it works very well. So I'm gonna let that sit. I'll do the rest of this stuff, but no need to show you because it's the same thing. And then we'll get this thing cleaned. So I finished stripping this Tahoe, and then took it up to the house and gave it a good wash. So everything looks pretty good. There was stripe there, and then there. There is a little bit of ghosting where the stripes were, but after washing it and having it out in the sun, you can't really see it. So I think we're gonna be good on that. It's better when the sun come out. But all that is off. It took quite a while. I think I had maybe altogether 7 hours in stripping all that, and then removing the adhesive, cleaning it, then washing it and getting it back down here. I mean, that cleaned up a lot better than I thought it was gonna. So that's good. I sent them design proofs yesterday. So maybe in a couple of weeks we can get this done, and I'll show you guys what it looks like.